So 3 space.
No.
This video has been distributed by Aubrey Scott Productions Distribution Company, Incorporated. Okay, folks, welcome back, in which it's time now for yet another belated birthday special for a certain somebody here on YouTube. And that certain somebody is homeboy590. The first game he requested is Jeopardy for the SNES, and I haven't decided to accept that request. Let's play. And also, this is being uploaded after my birthday special, so I'm going to consider this a bonus segment for my birthday special. But this was mostly for Sydney. There we go. We have these as our 6 categories. Presidential quotes, cowboys and Indians, languages, religion. We have all thumbs, with thumb in quotation marks, and international cuisine. So this is the first part of Sydney's birthday special and a bonus segment for mine. I'll start with all thumbs, 100.
The answer is...
Danny Kaye sang a tiny little thing to this digital dolly, who is Thumbelina. All thumbs for 200.
The answer is...
Plants are said to respond well to this. What is a green thumb? All thumbs for 300.
The answer is...
To hold influence over someone is to keep them under here. What is under the thumb? All thumbs for 400.
The answer is...
This form of identification is a blot on your record. What is a thumbprint? And all thumbs for 500.
The answer is...
Insulting oral gesture featured in the first scene of Romeo and Juliet. What is biting your thumb? Well done in the category. Let's take Cowboys and Indians for 100.
The answer is...
Cleavon Little played a black lawman out to tame the West in this Mel Brooks film. What is Blazing Saddles? Could I have Cowboys and Indians for 200, please?
The answer is...
Owning TV rights to this film role of his made William Boyd a millionaire. Oh. Think I know, but I'm going to hold back. Oh, Hopalong Cassidy. That would not have been my guess, so good. So I'm okay. Languages, 100.
The answer is...
The Flemish language of Flanders, Belgium is actually this language. Let's say what is French. It is not French. It's probably the other one. Jim. It is Dutch, the other one. I had a choice, I picked the wrong one. It is Dutch. Okay, back to Cowboys and Indians for 300.
The answer is...
The Lone Ranger said, "Hi-yo, Silver," and he said, "Get him up, Scout." Alright, I'm going to take a guess and say, who was Tonto? Yep. Cowboys and Indians for 400.
The answer is
Cantankerous Jeep of Roy Rogers' sidekick, Pat Brady. Jenny. Nellie Bell. Nellie Bell. So now Jenny has her first bit of money, and she's in second place. We go on. Religion, 100.
The answer is
Most popular name in the Islamic world today. What is Muhammad? I'll take religion for 200.
The answer is
Members of this religion assassinated Indira Gandhi. What is Sikh? I'll take religion for 300. Daily double. Okay, I'm feeling pretty gutsy, so let's do it all. Writer David Yallop claims that in September 1978, this religious figure was murdered. Who's Pope John Paul I? Or who is Pope John Paul II? Pope John Paul I or II? It's a 50-50. Let's say the first. And I got it! Religion, 400.
the answer is
A child will say in public what his parents say at home, says this book of Jewish wisdom. It's not the Quran, I don't think. The Talmud. Talmud. Okay. I knew it wasn't the Quran, because that's Islam, I believe. Languages, 200.
the answer is
Our words alcohol, alfalfa, and algebra come from this language in which al means thee. Have it between two of them. I'll say what is Greek. No, it's Hebrew. But I do have a nice round even number of $4,000. It's Arab. Oh no, it's Arabic! It was not Hebrew, it's Arabic. Arabic. So I would have been wrong either way. But let's go on. Cowboys and Indians,
the
500.
answer is
Occupation of Gunsmoke's half-Indian Quint Asper, played by Burt Reynolds. What is a, I think it was a locksmith? No. Not a locksmith. What was it called? What is it called? A blacksmith! It was a smith, but it was a blacksmith. That was the answer. Jim, your selection. Religion, 500.
the answer is
Artemus Ward described this church leader of the 19th century as the most married man I ever saw, who was Brigham Young. Back up to $4,000. I'll try my luck with languages for 300.
the answer is
Most people on Gibraltar speak these two languages. I'm going to say what are English and Spanish. That's right. Languages for 400.
the answer is
The great poet Rabindranath Tagore wrote in this language, most common in Bangladesh. What is Hindi? No. Not Hindi. Oh, I think I know it. Bengali, yeah. It just now dawned on me. But it's Bengali, because Bangladesh borders the Bay of Bengal.
the answer is
Revived in modern times, it's the only colloquial speech based on a written language. Colloquial. I think that's how you say it. Hebrew. So Jenny goes up to 1,500. We have 2 categories left. Which one are you going to choose? Presidential quotes, 100.
the answer is
When the president does it, that means that it is not illegal. When the president does it, that means that it is not illegal. Richard Nixon. Or is it illegal? You be the judge. Presidential quotes 200.
The answer is.
Calvin Coolidge said the business of America is this. What is business? I'll have presidential quotes for 300.
The answer is.
Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Jim. John F. Kennedy. JFK. Alright. Now it's presidential quotes 400.
The answer is.
One way to make sure crime doesn't pay would be to let the government run it. I think I might know this one, but I'm going to give this one to Jim. Ronald Reagan, and that was my guess. Oh well. Not going to sweat it. Instead, we're just going to go right on to the next clue. Presidential quotes 500.
The answer is.
When asked about his condition, this president said, I don't have ulcers, I give them. I don't have ulcers, I give them. If Jenny gets this right, she'll tie Jim for second place. Lyndon Johnson, yes. Now there's just the international cuisine category to deal with. 100.
The answer is.
These Chinese dumplings are commonly served in soup or fried as a side dish. What are wontons? 200.
The answer is.
Hungarian goulash is traditionally seasoned with this powdered pepper. What is paprika? $300.
The answer is.
Tamales are sometimes steamed in banana leaves, but are usually wrapped in these. What are corn husks? $400.
The answer is.
This chicken dish made with noodles, cheese, and cream sauce was named for an Italian opera singer. What is chicken tetrazzini? Now the last clue.
The answer is.
Served on meat, Maître d' Hotel butter contains salt, pepper, parsley, and this juice. What is lemon juice? And that's another category I ran with no problems at all. Oh. There we go. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $5,600. Jim and Jenny are tied at $2,000 apiece. Let's play Double Jeopardy. And we have these as our 6 categories. Geography. Oh, good, good. Words. Musical instruments. Trivia. Sports. And finally, fictional characters. Okay. Jim, we'll start with you. Trivia, 200. Oh, just like that, he got one of the 2 daily doubles. And he is going to go just 1,000. Here's the clue. The world's most destructive insect, a large swarm will eat 20,000 tons of food a day, and it is the locust. So he goes up to $3,000. Next clue. Musical instruments for 200.
The answer is.
In Joshua, Thomas Morell wrote, "See, the conquering hero comes. Sound these." What are the trumpets? Let's go back to trivia for 400.
The answer is.
When it was rung for Chief Justice John Marshall's funeral, it cracked. What is the Liberty Bell? I'll have trivia for 600.
The answer is
Kingdom that Khrushchev couldn't visit on a 1959 U.S. trip. What is... It's either Disneyland or the Magic Kingdom. Let's just say, what is the Magic Kingdom? I hope they'll accept it. I have to go with Disneyland. Oh well. Oh, Jim doesn't know. What? Pardon that. Let me try that again. What? It is Disneyland. My first instinct led me astray. But Jenny takes second place for now. Let's try again. Keep going. Trivia 800.
The answer is
Dr. Seuss's egg-hatching elephant who is faithful 100%. Who is Horton? Horton the elephant. A trivia for 1,000.
The answer is
In 1984, it spent the night in a parking lot before heading to the LA Coliseum. What is the Olympic torch? Alright. I'll take musical instruments for 400.
The answer is
You won't get bad vibes listening to Lionel Hampton play this instrument. What is the vibraphone? Could I have musical instruments for 600?
The answer is
The diskette or soprano is the most popular size of this instrument, often the first a child learns. Oh, Jim, you locked me out. Doggone it. It's the recorder. I knew that one. Oh well. At least he's nowhere close. At least he's not real close to me right now, so let's keep going. Geography for 200.
the answer is
Located in Alaska, it's North America's highest point. What is Mount McKinley? Me being a geography nerd, I'd better know that. All those years of watching Carmen Sandiego paid off. Let's stick with it. Geography for 400.
the answer is
It's across the Danube from Pest. What is Buda? With Budapest being the capital of Hungary. Could I have geography for 600, please?
the answer is
New Zealand, Midway, and Hawaii are all part of this many islands group. What is Polynesia? Oh, there we go. There's no K in there. There's an L. There's no D in there. That's more like it. I'll have geography for 800. The other daily double. I think we'll do it again. The Netherlands, Belgium, and this country make up the Benelux economic region. What is Luxembourg? That's it! Geography for 1,000.
the answer is
Abu Dhabi and Dubai are two of the 7 states that make up this Middle Eastern Federation. What are the United Arab Emirates? Oh, there. United Arab Emirates, Okay, let's go back to musical instruments for 800, please.
the answer is
A band in Japanese no theater consists of a flute and 3 of these. What are drums? And geography for 1,000.
the answer is
On a standard guitar, the strings stretch from the bridge to these. What are the tuning pegs? Well done, 20,800. I'll have fictional characters for 200.
the answer is
At the start of the 1885 novel, he's living with the widow Douglas and her sister, Miss Watson. Who's Huckleberry Finn? I'll take fictional characters for 400, please.
The answer is
George Babbitt works in this field in the Zenith, the Zip City. George Babbitt works in this field in Zenith, the Zip City. Oh, real estate, that's right. Because based on the novel Babbitt. Alright. Fictional character 600.
The answer is
Square Trelawney hired him to be the cook on the Hispaniola. Let's see if it was Jim Hawkins. It's either Jim Hawkins or Long John Silver. Okay, I'm going to change my answer of Jim Hawkins to Long John Silver. I'm going to change my answer. Good thing I did. Fictional characters 800.
the answer is
Author H. Rider Haggard set this English explorer searching for King Solomon's mines. Jim? Alan Quatermain. I think that's how you say his last name, but I'm not sure. Moving on. Sports for 200.
the answer
Answer
is
there. This popular offshoot of soccer evolved after Harvard insisted upon playing the Boston game. I'd say it was rugby. No, it's football. Football. Jim? Yeah, football. Oh well. It's a 50-50. Alright. Now it's words for 200.
the answer is
Flavoring made of coffee often mixed with chocolate, named for a port city in Yemen. What is mocha? Mocha. I personally like mocha flavored coffee. I'll take words for 400, please.
the answer is
Of a burnous, a busby, or a buskin, the one you shouldn't wear on your head. Ah, Jenny, you got me. It's a buskin. You shouldn't wear a buskin on your head. But if you mix the S and the second B in Busby, you get the name of a famous cat, of a cartoon cat.
the answer is
Bubsy. A cowboy who tends saddle horses, or the brand of jeans he might be wearing. Oh, Jenny, really? You have to beat me on the buzzer? A Wrangler. Eh. Oh well, at least she and Jim are tied for second place and are nowhere close. Sports for 400.
the answer is
Term for skiing across the face of a hill. Ooh. Don't quite remember. It's traversing. Traversing. Wow, good job, Jim. Next. Words for 800.
the answer is
Often used as a synonym for concrete, it's really just an ingredient along with water, sand, and gravel. What is cement? Words for 1,000.
the answer is
This word for a minister comes from the Latin for shepherd. Okay, I will say, what is a priest? No, that's wrong. Ooh, that's a tough one. This word for a minister. Oh, it's a pastor. Okay. Wasn't too sure. 4 clues left. Fictional characters 1,000.
the answer is
Character who relates the detective story The Sign of 4. Oh, I'm not too sure about this one. Oh, Dr. John Watson. Elementary, my dear Watson. Obviously. Sports for 600.
the answer is
4 horses died and only 9 of 29 finished in England's 1954 Grand National. This kind of race. Jim? It's a steeplechase. Steeplechase. Alright. Sports for 800.
the answer is
In 1934, as a beginning pro, this great heavyweight won only $52 for his first fight. Jim. Joe Louis. Uh-huh. Now the last clue.
The answer is.
From the German for bowling pin, it's a nickname for a bowler. Ooh, I should have known this one, but I forgot. It's a kegler. Kegler. So, Jenny, you go up to $6,800. Jim, you have $6,000, and I have $21,400. As we get ready for Final Jeopardy. It's a locked game, so I cannot be caught. Our Final Jeopardy category is U.S. states. I will go $3,600 on this clue. Only state bordering on 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. What is Michigan? Jenny is going to wager $5,800. A bit of a gamble there. Here we go. Now let's go to Jim, who has $6,000 and it's going to go $5,000. Okay. Be very interesting.
The Final Jeopardy answer is.
Is it Michigan? It's Michigan. Let's see if Jim came up with Michigan. He did. He goes up to $11,000. Jenny, did you come up with Michigan? Yes, you did. You go up to $12,600. I also said, what is Michigan? Putting me at a nice, even $25,000 and a win. We'll go ahead and wrap it up for this segment. I'll see you all for the next one in just a bit.